Hello everyone, Brachiosaurus227 back to you with another Outside Edition review. These are just basically reviews I'm doing where they're just straight up raw unedited footage and they're pretty short. So let me know if you like these. If you don't, I'll stop doing them, but I'm going to keep doing them if you keep liking them. So today we're taking a look at the Nerf Fortnite Super Flare. Now I am not a Fortnite fan in any way, shape, or form. Never played it, don't care about it. But I do like me a good flare gun. I think flare guns are really cool. I've never shot one. I don't know why I sounded like I just had the most epic flare gun experience ever. I've never used a flare gun in my life, but I do think they're really cool. And this is really like a really good prop. It looks like a flare gun. It feels like a flare. I've never used a flare gun. Why am I talking like I use a flare gun? But it's pretty darn cool. Let's get into the overview, starting with the grip. The grip is really nice. It's very nice and comfortable. It's huge, actually. It is a monster grip. And the only complaint I have with it is that it might be too big for some smaller hands, but most hands are going to like this very much. And that's not even the best part about the grip. It has rubber grip tape right here. So this is really nice. It gives it a really nice feel, like a really high quality feel too. It feels like something you wouldn't see normally on a Nerf blaster. This thing was only like 12 bucks to my knowledge. So pretty nice, like something like this on a blaster like this. Speaking of build quality in general, it's really well built. Like the only part that rattles a little bit is maybe the barrel, but you don't really hear it that much. It's just a tiny little bit because it does come out like that. But overall, it's really structurally sound and really well built. Right here we have a little sling mount. This does get in the way a little bit, could be a bit annoying, but it does have some practical usage because you could literally clip this to your belt or something like that on a carabiner, because that's what you would probably do with this. You could holster it. It would holster pretty well. And yeah, like I think this is a good feature to add. And if you don't like it, you can easily remove it. If you have any, modding knowledge at all, just open it up, take it out, and you're good. But yeah, like overall, the ergonomics and grip are great. To operate the blaster, you simply pull down this priming handle and you hit this little top hammer and the bottom barrel shroud pops out. Now, a lot of people have complained about this and I don't see anything wrong with it. This style of barrel shroud is there for tactical use only, to make it more fun and give you a nice little emotional response and do some really cool reload shenanigans with it. So I never saw a problem with it. As long as you can load it in the front easily, I have no problem with these kind of barrel shrouds. I think people hate on them way too much, and it's really weird, honestly. But to operate the blaster, like I said, you pull it down, or you could leave it up front. But for now, we're going to pull it down and load a dart into the barrel, snap it up, and fire. Now this thing gets really good performance for a Mega Blaster. Like, actually pretty good, especially a single shot Mega Blaster, about 65 FPS, which is just in line with something single shot. It's actually way better than something like the Big Shock or Talon, more in line with the Hot Shock's performance in my experience. But this thing, oh, forgot to prime it. This thing's really nice, and the trigger pull is nice and gives this little, crisp, it's really nice and crisp trigger pull. I really like it. Overall, this thing operates really well, and like I said, super easy to load. You may have to jimmy it a little bit if it's a used dart, but no problem loading it in the front. Honestly, though, it doesn't take too much time to do something like this. And again, it's more tactical and fun and gives you a little bit more of a tactical emotional response. So yeah, do I recommend this blaster? Absolutely. If you don't really care too much about size or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It is somewhat big, but considering it is a mega blaster, it's going to be much bigger than normal. And honestly, it's about the same size as maybe a Night Finder or even the Hot Shock. So yeah, I would recommend this thing as a mega sidearm. It does its job and it has quite a good feeling. I think this has one of the best grips Nerf has ever made. I absolutely love this thing. The rubber texturing, the size of the grip, this thing is just awesome. I think this is made really well. So I would definitely recommend it over the Big Shock if you don't mind the barrel shroud. But if you want something really more compact and something you could just pocket somewhere, the Big Shock's probably a better bet. But if you don't mind maybe clipping this to your belt or vest or something, this is just as good a mega sidearm as most others. It's easy to use, and I would totally recommend it. It fills its role nicely while being really cool and tactical. It is probably my favorite Fortnite blaster. I just got this last night thrifting, or yesterday thrifting, yesterday at 5 or whatever, but I've been testing it all night last night, and that was my testing procedure. I shot so many rounds through it, I don't know how to count. Probably easily over 200, to be honest. It's quite a bit. I had so much fun with this. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this review or quick review, it's outside edition of the Nerf Fortnite Super Flare. I really like this blaster. I think it's underrated. It might be my favorite Fortnite blaster so far. Anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.